only question, I see the audio looks good. I see we're bouncing around.
The sound will be bad, I guarantee you that. 100%.
Well, we did do a sound check. So assuming that things are going well, we'll give people a second to get in the room. Cheers, Anthony. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. You guys know George is out there. Good to see George. Got Tanya in the house.
The Angry Greek will be on a little bit later.
The Hangry Greek, the hungry and angry. He's hungry and angry. He's angry.
You're hungry?
You're hungry. You definitely get angry. Angrier.
You know what, Tanya? That was actually really smart. Thank you. Yeah, let me flip that. Hey, lighting, baby. Okay. So, Las Vegas Advisor is live.
Yeah, I just got the notification on my phone.
Oh, good.
Should update on there.
We don't have it updated yet up here yet, but we will.
This is Beer Friday
I
27.
see it now.
Sorry, 27th.
Wow. 27, over 4 years. This is 4 years,
Crazy,
4 years
man.
time. Yeah. It's not showing up. It'll take a second.
Yeah, mine's just now loading.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody, welcome. We can't see your comments yet, but we'll scroll back through.
We can get started.
Today's Friday, our 27th Beer Friday. That's wild.
They're asking if that means they have to drink 27 beers.
Yes, it does. I mean, you can try. I mean,
27 beers at some point. That's like my doctor's thing. When I told the doctor, he says, how many beers in a week? I'm like, 35. He's like, what? It's 35, 7 a day.
yeah.
I mean, 5 a day, 7
7 days,
times
7
5.
days. Yeah, 7 days a week.
Keeps the doctor away.
Yeah. He's like, don't you think that's a little bit excessive? I was like, no. If I told you the real number, maybe.
Is it on there yet?
It's not on here yet.
Refreshed?
What are you going to do, man? I grew up playing rugby, you know? I mean, hanging
Beer
out
is
in
food.
Vegas. Yeah, that was our saying, beer is food.
I got it now, Tanya.
Okay.
I
There
don't
we
know
go.
if the sound's going to pop or not, but it looks like it's not popping. Okay,
It
good.
says it's too
There we go.
low.
Our sound is too low? Our sound is too low?
That's what they're saying on there.
Again?
All right, how about this? Is this okay? A sound check, sound check.
Is mine turned on?
Is Anthony's on? Yeah, I can see the lights on.
I'm asking the girls downstairs.
Sounds fine.
Okay, they're checking. They're saying it's fine. Oh, I got the answer to that. Turn up your volume. Ah.
Sometimes that is the answer. Sometimes you got to turn up the volume on the phone.
On your end.
Yeah.
On your end. Okay, so before we get to any of these things, we'll talk about some of the stuff that's going on. Blackjack Ball Weekend.
Yeah, okay, Blackjack Ball Weekend this weekend. I saw Frank B's in town.
Everybody's in town, man.
Everybody's in town, okay.
Everybody's in town. Blackjack Ball Weekend, that's tomorrow. Somebody gets inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
There's only like 30 of us, you know, and I mean, alive, less than, I think, fewer than 25.
Okay.
So there aren't that many of them. I mean, they only do one a year. So somebody will be elected or inducted, elected to the Hall of Fame. There'll be all kinds of skill contests, card counting, all this kind of business, blah, blah, blah. Tonight is a Hall of Fame dinner where only the current Hall of Famers get to go to dinner.
Okay.
And it's sponsored by one of the guys. There's usually, I don't know, 2 or 3 billionaires in the room,
Right.
2 at least. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really great. It's some of the,
And it's a private event. You have to be invited. You don't like publicly say, "Hey, come watch us
No.
do these things."
It's, it's a private event.
Yeah.
You know, there's a skill contest. It's a skills contest. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. And these guys who are billionaires, they're billionaires through gambling.
Right.
And it's, you know, when they talk about gambling and it's bad, well, it's also good, it's good, you know,
Right.
for people that really know how to do it. Yeah, a lot of people get hurt by it. You wish you could stop that. You know, you wish there were ways to do it, but what are you going to do? Take it away from these people who are very, very good at it, who have made livings at it, and who have made fortunes at it.
Yeah.
You know? And all these guys did, they made their money gambling, starting with blackjack, which is why they're in the Hall of Fame.
Right. And there's so few of these guys, though.
Yeah, that's the argument, but that's the way it is. You
Yeah.
know, it's like they studied, they got good, they got, you know, good at what they did.
Yeah.
And so that's what, you know, that's going on this weekend.
Now, how do you usually do in the blackjack ball skills competition?
I've done as well as almost anybody except the best guys. The best guys are James Grosjean and Richard Munchkin.
I think you said Grosjean's not allowed to compete anymore.
Nor is Munchkin.
Nor is Munchkin.
Yeah,
Okay.
Both
All right.
Grosjean and Munchkin both won it, the skills contest 3 times.
Okay.
Once you win it 3 times, you're out. Mike Castellano won it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I won it once. Frank B won it once.
Okay.
I took second 6 or 7 times. I kept losing to Munchkin and Grosjean, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I usually do pretty well, but yeah, we're waiting. We'll see.
Hey, we got a super chat here, Anthony, from Ray X2. Thank you, Ray. What a great way to start the podcast.
Cool. So what is it? So does he ask a question or does he make a statement?
Yeah, okay, so he says, I have no idea what he's saying. I'm just going to read it out loud.
Yeah.
Thank you for having Beer Friday on my birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Ray. I'll be in Vegas.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'll be in Vegas Sunday at, what does it say, at the E? Oh, at the El Cortez.
Okay.
I sent you a rather lengthy email about the electronic gaming. I hope you can take a look at it and maybe discuss it later. Thank you. Okay, where did you send the email? Yeah. Was it to media at Huntington Press? Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, our thing just went.
Our comments just disappeared.
Our comments went. Well, there we go. Yeah, where'd you? Yeah, let us know where you sent the email. We'll take a look.
And the video pause.
Oh, here it is. We're good. Electronic games are, they're going to be taking over the smaller casinos.
Yeah.
The way they did at Golden Gate, the way they did at Silver Sevens, the way they did at. Interesting, they did it at Tuscany, and then Tuscany brought live games back. And we're considering a book on the electronic games. It's that big of a deal.
Wow.
So yeah, it's changing. The good thing about electronic games is that the minimums will be lower.
Okay.
So everybody who's like, I'm sick of $15 and $25 minimums, you're going to get back to $5, in some cases $1 and $2 minimums.
Right. So this is kind of a transition that's going on. The other thing is that someone was asking in the comments of our show last week. They said, "What about the Oyo? Is it true that the Oyo is converting to all electronic games?"
I've heard
as well?
this, but I have not had any confirmation that that's happening.
Okay.
And it hasn't. But they would be the absolute poster child for that. You would expect that somewhere there. Why does Oyo need to have live table games when they're all around them, at all the bigger places? So they're a smaller place. They need to, maybe economize a little bit.
Sure.
So maybe they go to they go to these, these hybrids are becoming so good that it's almost like playing, for real.
Yeah.
So, you can't. I think in most cases, well, there's always glitches, as we'll talk about in a minute, with the big gambling bust that went down.
Oh, okay.
Recently, but you playing them on the square, you really can't do much against them. You can't beat them. You can't count cards. You can't, shuffle track. You can't do anything like that against electronic games. So for the casinos, it's a good thing.
It's a protection for the casinos. I got to tell you, I was at the Plaza, and I was at the Plaza downtown, and they have this craps game made by Interblock, and it's half, it's all digital. But they do have a stick man, and they do have someone shooting the dice, so it's a little bit of a combo, and it was a lot of fun.
Like I say, they're hybrids.
Yeah.
They're like in the middle.
Yeah.
So.
And they have that at Silver Sevens too. They still sometimes have like somebody there, like a dealer, like somebody.
Right.
But.
So so let's go over 2 things, and then look at the questions coming fast and furious. So that's good. World Series starts tonight.
Okay.
Dodgers, big 240 favorites to win the series. There were even favorites. There were 150 favorites today in the first game, which is not at home. It's they're favorites on the road in Toronto.
Let's go, LA.
No, I bet Toronto.
You bet Toronto? Okay. Well, hey, Toronto's a pretty cool city, and when it comes to baseball, I have no
Toronto's
horse
a
in the
great
race.
great city.
I want to find out from Ray what email he sent. He said a lengthy email. I want to know, did he send it to media at Huntington Press?
We'll find it. We'll find
Okay.
it. Whatever.
We'll look for it, Ray. We'll get back to you.
And the other thing is the gambling bust. You haven't heard about this.
No, I don't know about the gambling bust, but
Gigantic sports betting, fixing games, NBA players and coaches.
oh wow,
And poker, cheating at poker. When we've got George A. is here, the angry Greek.
right?
He's a poker player.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it when he comes on. But it's huge. It was on the front page of everything. It was on the front page of USA Today today. So, these are guys. Chauncey Billups is one of the greatest, guards in NBA history. He played for the Pistons and now coaching, I believe, Portland. And he was involved right smack dab in the middle of it.
Yikes.
Yeah, and
Chancy.
Terry, yeah, very chancy. Terry Rozier, an active player. So, okay, let's get a couple of these. What do you see? Tanya, you see any questions we should answer?
Yeah, someone's asking if you ever been to Chubby Cattle Korean barbecue.
No, Chubby Cattle. Have you ever been to Chubby Cattle?
I answered that.
Okay, we'll get you, and we'll go back to that one. It's a hot pot place, right? I'm pretty sure, right, George?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hot pot. So it's sort of like an Asian buffet in a way, but I mean you put the Japanese, they call it shabu shabu,
Okay.
right? And it's just you put it in the hot pot and you cook that stuff. It's fun to do. I've heard it's really good. So I don't know. I haven't tried it myself.
They got a few shabu shabu places right around here in the.
Yeah, they're not too shabu.
Not too
To
shabu.
be honest with you.
Yeah, no, they're fun. We've been to a few right here on Spring Mountain. There's a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Gene Scott says hi.
Gene Scott.
Is it the real Gene Scott or a different Gene Scott?
It's the real Gene Scott in Georgia.
All right, the real Gene Scott.
It's lovely to have you, Gene.
How cool is it? Gene Scott still watching and commenting and everything else.
Great.
And then someone wants to know, will we have the MRBs January 1st?
Will we have the member rewards books January 1st? We shoot for it every year, but it becomes more and more difficult to do.
Yeah.
So I would say it's unlikely. I would say it's more likely, like usual, we'll have them somewhere between the 15th and the 20th.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that you just can't get the casinos to act and to commit until their feet are to the flames.
Right.
And we just can't get it in the door and turned around fast enough. But we have started. We're starting earlier this year, and we will do our best to have it as close to the first as we can.
Yeah, you know what? And I've witnessed this for 4 years now.
Yeah.
I've kind of watched how it comes together and how Anthony does it, and how there really is this kind of window of time where you're like, yo, I need you to make a decision.
Yeah.
You're like writing emails like yes or no now,
Yeah.
like we got to do this.
Oh, my favorite.
And yeah.
my least favorite time of year. I mean, that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
And like starting now, basically, and we have started. I've sent some feelers out where we at, blah blah blah, and I don't have
Yeah.
anything to report because nobody has very much responded at this point. But it'll be good. It's always good. Every year, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still hit or miss on the sound. Some people are saying good, some people are saying bad. Do you guys want to try holding them like microphones?
Yeah.
Is this a little bit better?
I mean, how much closer can I get?
I mean, I know you could hold it. You could hold it like this. You could talk into it like this.
Yeah.
Is this better?
I don't know. Some people are saying it's fine and some aren't.
I actually got a little frozen thing on the over here as well.
Good enough.
Well, I mean, we should do something with mics. We keep saying that. We don't do it, but you can try it like this for a while.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see what people say.
Yeah. If it's no different, I'll clip it back on.
Okay.
But what's the regular email, Ray? Is it media at Huntington Press? I imagine it's
No,
media.
publisher.
Oh, publisher?
He called the office.
Oh, he called the office. Okay.
Yeah, if you send it, if you want to get it directly to me, send it to publisher at huntingtonpress.com. It goes directly to me. I get
Okay, they're saying yes, it's better.
better
Yes,
this
better.
way. All right,
Okay.
we'll do it this way. That's fine.
Sly Poker Dog is in the house.
Who's
I
that?
like that handle. I don't know.
All right, great.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got here?
Not really questions. They're all talking to each other.
Oh, they're talking to each other? Well, great. Fantastic.
I like when you guys bet on who drinks more, Anthony or me. I always think it's funny. Chug, chug, chug.
Here's one. From what I see, it went to your, oh, that's it. Okay, so it went to your regular email. All right, what's all these back here? I've been watching your channel for over a year. Coming to Vegas in January from the UK. Was that live on the Isle of Wight or something?
Yeah.
Small island off south coast of England. Keep up the good work and enjoy your beer. Okay, all right.
I love when the UKers come over.
No question in there.
Yeah. Thank you for the, coming over to Vegas. I meet a lot of people from the UK, from Australia, New Zealand. I mean,
Only
so fun.
Hall of Fame. I ever visited when I was 35, Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. Do you know? All right, so here's something I can comment on. There used to be at the stage door. Now the stage door, which is in the top 10, Las Vegas Advisor top 10 for its dollar beers and everything else. It's closed right now, along with Batista's. Well, they're supposedly redoing their air conditioning. It's been down for months. There used to be a shrine in there to Gordie Howe.
Okay.
All right, I mean, literal shrine to Gordie Howe. It was the strangest thing in Vegas, but it was all Gordie Howe, and I have no idea why. I never got to the bottom of it, but that was the closest to a Hockey Hall of Fame type of thing that I've seen out here.
I certainly hope the stage door opens.
Yeah, that just stage door is great. Here's what I'm afraid of: they're going to open, the beers are going to be $2.
Right,
It's
right.
terrible.
Yeah, well.
Bringing us fresh cheese curds from Wisconsin on Monday.
Hey, cheese curds from Wisconsin.
Okay, what are cheese curds? I don't know. They sound terrible.
They're deep fried cheese, pretty much.
Sounds delicious.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'll eat them.
He was on. I guess he came for Beer Friday in June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Thomas.
Oh, that's right, of
Oh,
course.
Thomas and Alex.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not a fried food guy, so that's one thing. But
Yeah,
just the
Anthony
word-
doesn't eat French fries. You
Correct.
know, fun fact about Anthony Curtis, doesn't eat French fries.
I haven't eaten French fries in 45 years.
Yeah.
45 years was the last time I had a French fry.
And
Because I
also,
didn't know. Sometimes it sneaks into something, and I'm like, oh.
Anthony, you want to hear Anthony Curtis fun facts about his food? And right, and also doesn't drink coffee.
That's true. No coffee.
That's right.
I used to drink coffee. I used to drink 14 cups a day.
And also,
I'm not lying.
really?
Yeah, I used to drink 14 cups a day, and it had a deleterious effect on me.
Yikes!
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
sure.
everyone says like you can't get off it.
Yeah.
I 14 a day. I cut to 2.
Yeah.
And then I had an episode. By an episode, I mean palpitations and everything else. I looked down at the coffee. I said, never again.
It was scary.
And it was done. And
Yeah.
I cold turkey from there, never again. I've never missed it.
Can I give another fun fact about Anthony Curtis' eating habits?
Oh, God.
Every now and then, we'll occasionally eat raw meat with a little salt.
What do you mean occasionally? Tanya, what do I do during the day? You see me over there
I
cutting
don't
it.
think I've ever seen you drink a soda either.
I
Nah.
don't drink soda.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I just, look, man, when you get past 100, you got to start like taking care of yourself. I mean, that's the way it works. You know, that's what you got to do.
These eating habits, he doesn't.
George says I don't eat. He just says that I don't eat.
It's funny. Beer and water. That's right. Beer and water. A little bit of chicken.
Actually, good food. Actually good food. Oh, plenty of meat. I do eat. I eat plenty of meat and lots of vegetables. I just do. I eat vegetables like crazy. So I didn't think we were going to talk about this today.
Yeah, I don't know how that. It's fun. It all came to me.
You know what's cool is while we're waiting for some other questions, if we get them, we got a lot of really good response on the Kraken Burger.
People love Bill Krakenberger.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I have to apologize to Bill a little bit
Okay.
because in the advertisement, in the show when he was on, I said you've got a lot of detractors. He goes, I have a lot of detractors. I go, yeah, you do because people saying you're a tout. You give out games, you have a service.
Right.
There aren't many of them.
Right.
I mean, when we did this, everybody was like, this guy's great. This guy's an icon. This
That's
guy's
true.
a legend of Vegas. This guy is so great. This is one of the good guys. I'm so glad you got. So,
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for clearing stuff up. My apologies to Bill. But people loved that.
People loved Bill. Yeah.
Yeah, they loved that. Well, he's genuine.
He really is. He's fantastic. And I got to tell you, as an editor, when I went through the video, there's a moment where you say, people, a lot of people say we shouldn't have you on because he kind of made a sad look. He goes, a lot of people?
Yeah, that's sad look, right?
And I felt bad. I was editing. I go, oh, because what a great guy, and people really do love him. You know.
Go back if you have a chance. Go back. Anybody who wants to go back and look at some of our things, look at once a month we have a guest.
Yeah.
And we had Bill last month.
And we
go back and look at it was a two-parter.
That's what I was going to say. We had to put it in 2 parts because it was so good.
Because Bill talks so much.
He's a great talker, and yeah. Andrew's super loud. Anthony is barely heard. All right, I'll shut up.
Anthony, hold the other end. Yeah.
Is it upside down?
Non-blue end. Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, how about now? Oh my God, that's the dumbest thing I've ever done. Oh shit. Okay, how about that? Is that better? Good grief.
Did you guys?
Just before you said that, I was like, oh, it's upside down, for God's sake.
This guy said, did you see the IRS hasn't been notified about the new WG2s for 2026?
The IRS hasn't, did we see that the IRS has not been notified about the changes in the tax laws on the W-2G? Yeah, I've heard stuff like that where the IRS is going, we don't know yet. You know, everyone's like going, well, again, what is it? Is it 1,200 still? Is it now 2,000? You know, whatever. Nobody knows yet. If anybody knows, let us know. Again, nobody knows. We won't know. I don't think we'll know until we get into 2026.
All right. Well, when you turned your mic back, they're canceling their ear doctor appointment.
Hey, look at that. That's just pure stupidity. That's not drinking. I'm half a beer in. That's just stupidity.
Here's a good beer question, gentlemen. What is your go-to as far as hard alcohol goes, if any? I'm curious, Anthony. What is your hard alcohol that you like? I think I'd guess, if I had to guess, maybe a vodka.
Vodka's okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing. I don't mind hard alcohol. I'll do it. I'll do shots. You know, I'll do things like that. But I'm mostly beer and wine guy.
Me too.
And you know, again, when I talk to doctors and they're like, that alcohol, intake is pretty high. I go, it's beer and wine. They go, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, if I picked one, it'd be Scotch.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I like Scotch. I've been a Scotch drinker since my dad told me Scotch was good.
All right.
So I drink Scotch. Tequila once in a while, and vodka for sure. I like vodka. I like vodka and mix.
Yeah, I like it all. If I'm doing whiskey at most casinos comp Jameson, so I'll go for some Jameson whiskey. And I always go to Resorts World because they comp great tequila. They'll comp Don Julio. They'll comp Casamigos.
That's a funny thing. I don't go for bourbon much.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go for the brown whiskeys. You know, except for,
Right.
You know, I guess Scotch is good.
Value. It's made in the USA.
Well, it's good, I guess.
Value play over Scotch.
I can't hear George is in the back saying, bourbon's the value play.
You know, I mean, I guess Kentucky and all of that, but I would say Scotch before anything else, especially a great Scotch. You know,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. I was given I'll tell you what. I went to Other Mama, really good restaurant, and I know the owner there. He always tries to comp me. I won't let him comp me, so he goes, "You got to drink with me," and he gave me a shot of a Japanese whiskey
Nice.
that was like Scotch. It was as good as anything I've had. It's this smoky, ridiculous thing. I asked him how much that shot was. He was like $25.
All right.
So it was a big time pour. You know, but
Where is this?
Other Mama.
Okay.
Anybody who comes to Vegas, you know, if you're looking for a place outside of the casinos, that's really great. Other Mama. George, we had a good one there, didn't we?
Yes, we did, sir.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, George, you might have to turn on your mic and get in here because what are we getting? We're getting almost to the half-hour point.
Yep.
All
Start
right.
bringing George in.
Going to the bullpen.
Here we go. Anthony, here's a question for you. Has Anthony ever seen any poker games that have been rigged, like any current NBA player is accused of, like cameras in the shuffler, X-ray table? Okay, yeah. So this is a great question.
Well,
Marked cards. What have you seen, Anthony? We all want to know.
Well,
that's a great question.
that's perfect timing for bringing in George.
Okay.
And we'll have this discussion. I mean, I'll answer that question real quick. Have I ever seen one? I've never seen one because I just don't want anything to do with it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, of all the gambling disciplines, of all the games that can be beaten, poker's a beatable game. That's the one I study the least, except for horse racing. And the reason is two reasons. One is it takes a long time. I didn't want to spend the time. And two is there's too many ways to get cheated. So, all right, we'll bring in George. See what everybody has to say. Get in the middle, George.
Oh, nothing better than in the middle between these two studs.
Here we go. We got the George Antonakis show here.
We need a fat guy with these two skinny guys.
Okay, are we all in? Are we in the screen?
Yeah, we should be.
We good, B?
We should be.
Yeah,
It's
the
a pretty
poker scandal. I saw something where the crooked ref Donaghy from the NBA said this is the tip of the iceberg. More stuff's going to come. I don't know if that was a real post or not, but yeah, I think you said the Matt Berkey. They put it on Visa, and he was calling this game out, being cheated a couple years ago, and they said they built. Well, Gil Alexander didn't really know when they say they built the game around Chauncey Billups. That means he's the whale, he's the fish, he's the sucker. They're trying to take all of his money because he's terrible at poker. So when they say they build the game around him, that might mean he was just there being the fish in the game, and he might not have had anything to do with it. I have no idea because nothing's come out.
Yeah, he wants you on his legal team. It sounds to me. I mean, maybe they took him and then they recruited him and said, "Come on, all right, here's what we just did to you. We'll give you your money back. Now, bring everybody back. Bring people into this thing."
It's too early to even speculate, but a lot of times these guys like NBA, like Paul Pierce, Billups, they have so much money. They're so bad at poker that they will the game runs around them. They lose Paul Pierce has lost millions, I think, playing PLO. I just have some info from some people that I know where, he's just lost a fortune playing poker.
Yeah, but a fortune to them, they got it to lose.
Yeah, he's got $100 million.
It's like Andrew plays Keno. He knows he's not winning at Keno. He doesn't care. He's loaded. He doesn't give a crap.
I got to tell you, I got a $400 5 spot the other day on a free play. So
it's every bartender's favorite game. They're swearing by Keno. They love it.
They love that 1 through 5, 1 through 6, 1 through 7, and it hits. So
it does hit.
It does hit.
Everything hits eventually.
Right. Anthony says you might spend $500, but you'll get that $250.
$10,000, but you got that $1,000
You'll
winner.
get that $1,000 hit.
All right, so let's go back to this the bust, right? The bust. It's everywhere. It was all over TV. It was lead story on the front page of USA Today. It was the lead story on the Review Journal in Vegas. There's two parts of it. One is the prop betting. I got called. I'm on Channel 13 News tonight. If you're in Vegas, I'm on Channel 13 News.
Yeah.
Celebrity.
So, but I mean, they asked me about prop betting.
Yeah.
And okay, now is this the end of prop betting? So for those who don't know prop betting, they asked me to explain it, so I'll explain it. Prop betting, instead of betting on a team or a total score, you're betting on an achievement within a game or over time of an individual. So, and the individual can control that if he wants to, especially not with getting better, but getting worse, right? So, I mean, he's not going to go, yeah, I'm going to play really hard tonight, so bet me over. He's going to go, I'm going to play like a donk tonight, so bet me under, right?
Yeah.
And you can't get away with it. You can't, because the numbers, it just shows in the numbers when people bet the third guy off the bench is under. I don't know. I don't think it's going to change anything.
Well, that's what I told him on the interview on the news. I go, they have had, this is not, it's like a shocking revelation to everybody who's reading about this on the front pages, but not to the sports books. They've known about this forever and ever. Mm-hmm. And they look for what's called unnatural money. Unnatural money is when all of a sudden, the guy who did it was Terry Rozier, right? He's not a star, really. He's a good player, but he's not really a star. And all this money all of a sudden comes out of nowhere on Tony Rozier under?
And you know what his contract is? 4 years, $96 million. And he's not even like a superstar. It's insane that he would have anything to do that he's making. I don't even understand what is going on. These guys are insane.
I bet you AI would be really good at tracking that.
AI, well, they're probably going to. Well, they've got their own. They've got their own systems.
Yeah.
They got their own algorithms where they look at this stuff and they shut it down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, on any night they'll get 10,000 on these under props, and then when it's fixed, they get 200,000 or some weird outlier. You can't get away with it. It's crazy.
And here's the funny thing: they go, okay, so will the sports books stop offering it? They're not going to stop offering it. First of all, they make too much money off of it. Second, it wouldn't change a thing. The minute they start offering it, everybody will start betting offshore.
Okay.
Offshore, the only way they'll stop is if the government gets involved and says you can't do it any longer. And then everybody will go offshore to bet props.
So it'll shift. It would it would create a migration if that were to happen.
Will props go away? No, props will never go away.
Right.
No.
Well, it's
Agreed.
like parlays. You can't take away parlays either. You can't take away props. You can't take away parlays.
No, these are parlays. Is what's. I mean, that's.
They make
what
a
if
lot of money.
They're holding 30% in the sports book because of parlays.
Yeah.
Why
All
does
these people are betting this crazy stuff.
Here's what I don't understand about that. Why do people call it parlays? Isn't it parlays? Parlays. Why do they call it that? Isn't it parlays?
I call it the way that I hear it in my ear, the way it sounds to me. So you're probably right.
So do you go to Detroit?
I go to Detroit.
Right. Do you buy insurance?
I buy insurance.
Okay. Then why do you do parlays?
Because I do.
I feel like I'm in an English class. I don't know what's happening.
Will you just say the word, George?
Parlay.
Okay. That's what
like
it,
parlez-vous.
That's what it's-
maybe, I don't know. That is, do you speak?
Here's another one. We talked about crack. When we had crack on, one of the comments was, crack says coupon, and you say coupon.
Right.
It's coupon. It's
He
not
says
coupon.
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 I
A lot of
never heard
people
anyone-
say coupon.
Coupon?
A lot of people say coupon, like Qbert, the video game.
That's completely
And,
wrong.
you
That's
know,
weird. That's weird.
I hear people say coupon and coupon, and you know what? I know what they mean.
Tomato.
I know what they're talking about.
By the way, okay, then we'll get back to this in a minute, but I'm going to interject before I forget. All right, in case you see something from Keaton, all right, I heard that we had something from Keaton who said something and I didn't acknowledge it. And Keaton is my nephew in in California. He's a really good baseball player along with his brother Tyson. And Keaton, if you're watching, because my brother said, Keaton commented and you didn't say anything. So if you're watching, I can't see that.
No, we have to know his handle. Is it?
I think it's just Keaton. But anyway, okay, back to the regular. All right, so the other part of that was the poker and what they were doing there. For people who don't know, what's happening with poker cheating now? There's so many ways to cheat at poker. It's unbelievable. And it used to be way back in the old days. Literally, they would in the casinos that were run by mob guys, they would drill holes, in the ceiling or in the walls with people behind it, with telescopes and whatever, seeing people's hole cards, and somehow get that information into the game. Now it's become so high tech. There's so many things they can do. They're doing it with a shuffler. They're doing it with an off-the-shelf shuffler from Shuffle Master that they went back and reverse engineered and figured out how to hack that shuffler so it could see the cards.
Certain shufflers, it's
incredible.
built into the shuffler where they can read the cards.
They put it in there almost like the God mode that they did with.
It's the Deckmate 2, I think. The first one, you can't do it, but they made a second one where it'll actually read the sequence of the cards. So that's a way to cheat. You should never play,
At a home game.
Anything that has that shuffler can be cheated. Now the cameras are so small, they're like the head of a pin. You can put a camera on. You can set something on the table, and it can catch when the dealer's pitching the cards if it's low enough. So in Europe, they'll just take it off the shoe like blackjack, like that. But yeah, they can catch the pitch. They can relay the information. It's crazy.
And it's brutal because supposedly these were brought in to protect the player because of mechanics who could shuffle, right, and do things. Now it's worse because of the technology and what people can do.
Having a shuffler that can read the cards is insane. Because that can be hacked. That's crazy that they even made that.
Yeah.
But
so let's say you take the shuffler out of the game. All right, now what?
Well, they're marking the cards.
Yeah.
I heard contact lenses, mark cards. You just dab the aces or whatever. You got to be careful. That's why home games, it's kind of crazy.
Well, you go back to Molly's game. And,
Right.
Molly's game, that big poker game that they made a movie out of, that game was being taken off by a mechanic. And, there's been a book about it. It's called $1 Billion Heist, I think it was called. And the guy who was doing it is doing a book for us called $1 Million Mechanic.
Okay.
So, it's just like there's no escaping it, man.
Did you ever see the movie Shade? I think Stallone's in it.
I heard of it. No, I didn't see it.
They'll show the mechanic at the end. They show the mechanic with a camera under the table. It is insane what these guys can do with a deck of cards. It'll blow your mind. You'd be staring right at it, and he is just dealing 4 aces here, 4 kings there. It is wild when you actually see it from the bottom. Total. It's actually a good watch.
I knew a magician who could do it, and his name was Dan Harlan. He was a great magician, but he could shuffle the cards and he'd just deal you whatever.
Well, you know who's one of the greatest card mechanics in the world is Brian Zembic, the man with the $100,000 breasts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, you did a book. We got the
Does he
poster
still
right
have
there.
them?
Yes, he still has the boobs.
He's got the great rack.
And
He's the guy with the great rack. Come on.
He's as good as anybody you'll ever see with cards. I've told this story before. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but when I was on a plane sitting next to Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller, Brian Zembic's name came up, and he asked, and Penn said to me, "Is he as good as everyone says?" I go, "Yeah, he's better. He's really good."
Yeah,
It's amazing what these guys can do.
Yeah.
that's
Crazy.
cool.
All right. So as we're waiting, if you interrupt anytime if you get a
I've got
question.
2 questions.
Okay.
George
Are
is
we
not
going to
speaking.
have daily calendars next year?
No, there will be no daily calendars next year. The Miss Brown, who did that, who goes to the blackjack ball, professional player, she overbought last year, and she's a little sour on the idea because now she can't park her car because all of those leftover calendars are in her thing. She did a great job on those calendars, and I tried to entice her to do it again and do it the proper way, like do it through us and let us handle it. But I don't, not this year. Maybe next year we might resurrect it. So no.
Okay. And then Hockey Nights in Vegas, the podcast. Are they not doing it, or are we just not having it on our site?
Yeah, the podcast. I'm not exactly sure what happened to that. They wanted to monetize it, and they were looking for sponsors, and we didn't want to pay for it. So we said, we'll do it for free, but we're not going to pay for it. So it might still exist, but they didn't bring it back to us. And I like Ripken. Eddie Ripken's a good guy, man. He's fun to watch, and that was a good thing. But we didn't have enough people watching the hockey podcast to do it. All right, so George, you said on the way here, you claim you went to Crown and Anchor and tested out one of our coupons. Is that true?
I did the.
How'd it go?
I ran terrible, but overall it's great. I had a good food and.
What did you eat?
I had the French dip.
This is the play 200, get a free entree, right?
Play 200, you get 25, and then you play another 100, and you get the food comp.
Oh, that's right. It's play 350.
No, it's the other way around. I'm
No,
sorry.
but it came like that.
It's play 350, and
No.
you get a meal and
No.
free play. No,
It's play 250. It's play 200 and get a comp of anything on the
a
menu.
meal, right?
Then play 100 more and get 20 in free play. You made me choke.
So so when I hit 200, it gave me. Yeah, it gave me 25 in free play when I hit 200. I'm just telling you what happened today.
new
Really?
sign-up bonus? He was a new sign-up bonus, maybe.
Did you have? Were you new?
I'm not new there. I don't know what it did, but
All right, but either way, it's a pretty damn good
yeah,
deal, right?
it might have just done it in reverse, but yeah, it's a great deal.
So here's.
I ran terrible and only lost 15.
Well, tell us how the
bucks.
coupon's supposed to work.
So here's George. Well, I did. I just told you. But here's George. These. You got it right?
No, it's upside down.
No, it's this way.
Yeah.
The self-proclaimed culinary stud
Not so.
who did not try the chicken fingers. I mean, I don't understand. If you're gonna go to Crown and Anchor, you've got to try. You want to try the best of the best in Vegas and everything. You've got to eat the chicken
I went
finger.
for the more expensive option since it was free. The value. I went for the value.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna pay for the chicken fingers next time.
Okay, all right. I can
I
actually.
might have blown it.
I can
It
tip
was
my hat to
good.
that.
Yeah, it was good. All the food there's pretty good. It's a good spot.
Who was the bartender?
Callie. Shout out to Callie.
Oh, Callie's great.
She was cool.
Callie's terrific. Yeah, she's fun.
Yep. So there you go. It works. The coupon book works.
Yeah. One thing about that calendar, Mrs. Brown, just to back up for a second, but I got to say, I like the calendar a lot. I have it, and I look at it all the time.
Calendar's great.
I even took some of the calendar pages because you got to rip them out for the next day. I said, you know what? I'm not throwing it away. I got a few of them on my wall just to remember. They're good, fun facts. And do you still have calendars here?
Yeah, we do.
So if
Yeah,
you come
we're
in to buy a book, get a calendar.
Yeah, just to have it to go through it and look at the trivia and stuff that she put into it.
That's
See,
good
she
information.
found out how hard it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. People don't understand how hard it is. The publishing business is hard. Calendars, we've done these things. People do not understand how difficult it is.
Yeah.
And
We're getting a lot of microphone hate here. What was your question, Tanya? They want us to repeat that.
Just the hockey.
Oh, it was about the hockey.
Yeah.
The hockey podcast. I think Anthony addressed that.
yeah, the hockey podcast was just that we're not sponsoring it anymore because they wanted to monetize it, and we didn't have enough viewers to pitch in money on that. So they're not doing it with us, but it might still be out there.
Is the steak at Jackson's worth the coupon?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
Is
That's what they're complaining about.
Is the steak at Jackson's
What?
worth the question?
Yeah.
Worth the coupon, of course. It's free.
Yeah, look, you're going to go play, what is it, 200, right?
Yeah, you got to play through 200.
You play through 200, which is, to some people, that sounds like a lot. You don't lose 200, you play
What's
200.
the expected loss? $6?
$8.
No.
Yeah,
If you're play-
$8 on a bad game.
If you're playing their best game, perfectly, $8. So let's say you're playing at, 1.5 bad, so we call it 12. This is a $20, $30 steak dinner, without question. Yeah, and you get free drinks while you're doing it, and they're really, it's just a great culture there. The bartenders are terrific and everything else.
Definitely worth
So,
it.
yeah, it is. And by the way, I didn't know this, but Frank B went to do it, and he goes, I don't want that dinner. He goes, I just want steak and eggs. So they gave him that steak with eggs. That
Nice.
big sirloin steak with eggs. Great
well,
play. Great play.
It's a what is it? It's a ribeye.
It's a ribeye. It's a ribeye, yeah.
It's a really good steak. I actually told a friend about Jackson's, not even with coupons. I just said, go check out the steak because it's inexpensive. That's their deal. If you go to Jackson's and you don't have the coupon book.
They keep raising the price because everybody keeps raising prices everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like they're charging now about 26 or 7, something like that.
Right, for a really good ribeye steak.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. People have to realize that we don't put things in the coupon book that are not good. We've turned down so many offers, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
It's got to be good. It's got to be a value, or we don't put it in there. So, yeah.
Keaton's here.
I just saw that.
Keaton's
yeah.
here.
Keaton, no
Keaton's
wonder
here.
he didn't respond. MRZ1X. How's he gonna know that's you,
I was
Keaton?
thinking the same thing.
What do you say?
His name.
His name is something you'd never guess.
Yeah.
MRZ1X2C3.
All right, everyone. That's my nephew Keaton. He has one of the best baseball card collections. It is like so good. And he and Tyson are my favorite nephews, but they're the only ones anyway.
Joe's and Caesar's great steak. Yes, Joe's is really good.
Yeah, Joe's is fantastic, but also at Caesar's, the one we keep
But
talking
that's
about.
what Crack said. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah,
that's
go
what
ahead.
Crack said. The best steak in Vegas is Joe's. Somehow I can't believe that.
He did say that.
I do not get involved in best steak in Vegas. There isn't. I don't think there is one because I've been to places that are supposedly the best and they have an off night. Every place, I don't know. They're too close to.
Is
There's
it good
so
though?
many good ones. Yeah,
They have
Joe's
a-
is really good. Yeah,
But why would you go to Joe's and not get stone crab?
I don't like stone crabs.
Or
stone crab's the most overrated.
Well,
crab
yeah,
in the
right.
world.
Okay, I didn't even mean that.
But
I
that's
meant
why.
why not get their king crab? I mean, their king crab is great. It's only $100 a
Yeah,
pound.
it's $200 a pound now. It's insane. I was in
jeez.
Alaska and I thought I was stealing from them on that cruise. They was $80 a pound. And
Yeah,
I
and-
just was firing it off, just smashing.
I think the only play with king crab now is you got to find it in the grocery store somewhere and do it yourself. I mean, they kill you, man, in the restaurants. It's just.
We do the Palms buffet.
I know. I went
Friday
to one of the
night.
buffets and I had
You
it.
have king? That's not king. That's snow, ain't it?
No, I
It is
think
snow. Yeah.
no. I think Friday night at the Palms they have king crab legs when they do their crab night. They have Dungeness, they have king crab, they have.
I'll bet you on that.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
thinking
bet
of
you on
snow.
I might
It
be
It
wrong.
might be big snow.
I might be wrong. I thought
Snow's still okay.
Snow, the big snow is good.
Yeah.
Big
What-
snow crab.
What do they have at the Bacchanal and the Wynn buffet?
They don't have shit. I mean, they don't have no.
Yeah.
They don't, I don't think anybody does the crab legs anymore like they used to.
I thought they had king crab legs at Bacchanal.
They might. I mean, that's $100.
and at the Wynn. It's 90. Yeah.
I
They have king crab at the Genting Palace too. Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do
But
they?
it's not the same, man. I was like the stuff I had in Alaska. It's like not the same as what you're getting on these buffets. I don't know how it's different, but it definitely doesn't taste the same.
I'll
And
tell you
even though
the-
it's all frozen for the most part.
The best king crab, except for the best restaurants when I've been on a comp or something, the best king crab is when you just get it from the store and you do it yourself. It's so good. I used to do that all the time when I was raising my kid, and we'd eat at home all the time. And I'd make it for him and my girlfriend and all that stuff that we were doing, and they'd eat it like crazy, and I'd be the last one, and like my hands would be almost bleeding because from opening those things and everything else.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This is great," and I would get like the last parts. They were cold by then and everything, but it's still the best.
That's what you do for your kids.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's exactly what you do.
I'm a bit hard to hear.
Vegas Brent, what's up, Vegas Brent? It's good to see you on the chat. Does Jackson's have just video poker or have slots too? It's just the bar top gaming, like
Yeah, so they have
Keno.
slots. They have slots on the game.
Yeah, they do. Well, they have the bar top slots,
Yeah.
and they have.
Don't play slots.
You're not wrong.
They have it all. They have all of it. They have Keno blackjack slot. Like every bar game is going to have a suite. Bar machine is going to have a suite of machines
Yeah.
probably. So they got blackjack, video poker, blackjack, Keno, and
Roulette.
Sometimes roulette.
Some of the games have roulette. I'll tell you
But
what.
they'll
they
have
They
slots. They have different slot games.
They have maybe 3 or 4 all-star games that have the Ultimate X, and then they have mostly the Game King games that have the choice between the poker, the Keno, the blackjack, Some of them have roulette, like George said.
Yeah, realistically, we'll say it again. Our two favorite, we talked about both of them. They're not paying us; they give us coupons. But Crown and Anchor and Jackson's, they're right around the corner from one another.
Yeah, they're not far.
Yeah, Jackson's definitely worth the coupon.
And Jackson's is up the street from the Palms. So usually I'll go to Jackson's and I'll just have to hit the Palms because I love the Palms. It's so much fun.
Palms, best concert experience at the Pearl Theater. I think.
Really?
Best acoustics.
Who did you
small
go see?
theater. I saw Thorogood and I saw
Me too.
Skinner. You were at Thorogood?
I was at
Thorogood. Was
Thorogood.
phenomenal.
When?
A couple months ago.
Okay.
Were you there?
Like a year ago. Or
No, it
maybe-
was just a couple months.
Okay. I guess Thorogood does the Palms.
He was phenomenal.
He was
for
amazing.
being super old.
Yeah.
And Skinner, the Van Zant's the cover band of Skinner now, was fantastic too. The sound in that place is awesome.
Guess who I saw at the Pearl?
Who?
What did I tell you? I told you. You can't guess.
Elvis?
If you no, no one will ever. No one who knows me will ever guess this ever.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I told you.
Bruno Mars played the Pearl when?
Way long time ago.
Yeah.
Got in debt with MGM.
Yeah, that's what I was
50
thinking.
My ex-girlfriend wanted to go, so I went with her. Tanya, that was I took Jessica there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How was the happy hour at Golden Gate?
The Golden Gate thing. They're talking about the free beer.
Free beer and free play. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
free beer and free play. It is, it's a madhouse there. I've gone now several times. It's a madhouse, but they handle it so well. They've got all kinds of people working. It's worth going. If you come to Vegas, it goes 6 to 7 every single day, and the free play is surprising. I thought it was going to be $5 every time. I've gotten 5, 10, 25. I've never gotten more than 25. I know other people have gotten 25. It's worth doing. You'll be able to get through it. Now, there's some glitches and stuff. I mean, I put in one of my vouchers and it just ate it. This is a great story. It just ate it. And I'm like,
$5?
oh, wait, but this, no, it was a $10 one.
Oh.
But I was in a hurry and my knee hurt. I had to get out of there, man. But I looked next to me and the guy next to me was a slot tech. I go, hey. I go, really great that you're right here. I go, just ate my voucher. He went, okay. And that was it. I go, are you going to do anything about it? He's like, I could call somebody. I go, I thought I was supposed to call you. So anyway.
That's actually surprising because usually the slot techs can open up the. You know.
I saw one of their managers there, and I told him about it. He goes, "That's horrible. We'll fix that. We'll fix that." So but look, they're giving away free drinks. They're giving away free money. How you gonna bang on them? You can't.
No, it's my question is, well, hold on, DJ. Oh, thanks, DJ. This is my. Sorry to hear about your mom, by the way. That sucked. Cancer does suck. This is for my girlfriend's cat who died of cancer. Oh, F cancer shirt.
Okay, where'd that come from? Somebody said something?
Yeah, he said his mom just passed. We condolences.
Oh.
People saying they like your shirt.
Okay. Yeah. Hell, man, this guy's got a heart. Amazing. He's got a heart. Right. Seemed like such an asshole.
Black
You got a-
heart, asshole. I have a soft spot for animals and people. Some people, not many people. Mostly animals.
Animals and people.
Mostly animals.
This is a fun comment. It comes from Mo, and he says, "Oh my God, Anthony, we were at the Bruno Mars show."
No way.
That's pretty cool.
And he only did it once at the Pearl.
Yeah.
So it must have been the same one.
I
And that's when my girlfriend worked here. She worked with us, and she was a British girl from the. She was a producer of things. That's why I met her. And
Must have been, 15 years ago?
yeah, it's probably about 15 years ago. Yeah.
I want to say Barbara Kroll says, I was disappointed with the Golden Gate happy hour. I only got $5 free play. The $5 is kind of a throwaway, you know?
Well, $5 is $5, but like I thought everybody would get $5, and
They do, I think, right?
no.
No, I'm saying 5 or more.
Yeah, five
Minimum
or five or more. And like when I was there, I was with 2 other guys, and one guy got 5, and I got 25. The other guy got 25. The next time I went, I got 10. I mean, they don't.
So it really, so they're giving away, what's the max, do you know? Is it
yeah,
like 100
1,000,
or-
I think.
Okay.
I think it's 1,000. I
Okay.
mean, one in a millennium will get that, but I mean,
So if you're a guy in town and you're a local, like maybe you want to go do this like every day.
Why wouldn't you? They call it, whatever, the night starts here. Why wouldn't you just go there and go, yeah, I'll go there at 6 o'clock, see what I get a drink.
Yeah.
If it sucks, I'll leave.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
if you're
I'll
on
hang
Fremont
out.
anyway.
Yeah.
I just don't get. Far be it for me to criticize the great Derek Stevens, but that pit would pop. Like especially on the weekends, it was packed. I don't understand. That was a great place with the dancing girls. That was a great place to gamble. Had a great vibe. And if you got to shut it down during the week, shut it down during the week. But I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking there.
Well, here's the thing about criticism. Every time people criticize, you don't know.
Of course I don't.
You don't
Of
know
course I
what's
don't.
going on behind the scenes.
Of course not.
Every time I get criticized by people who are my best friends, I go, you don't have all the information. You don't know why we did this. And when we were playing tournaments for a living, I mean, when we were gambling for a living, we were playing everything, but tournaments was a big part of our thing. And we would watch a guy play, and why did he do that in a tournament? And we're all back there because it's our money that he's playing, our money, right? I'm talking about we were a team. And he'd come off the table, or she'd come off the table and give us, and 9 times out of 10, there was a reason.
Right.
So we came up with a saying, don't judge if you weren't in the seat.
No.
That's what we used to say, don't judge if you weren't in the seat.
Hey, that's a pretty cool thing for camaraderie in a group.
Well, yeah, but it's also a reality where everybody wants to criticize everybody. All these, people on the outside want to criticize people for the way they do business or casinos or decisions. You don't know what was behind it. You don't have all the information.
Nope.
That's
I was
interesting.
Just, from just a pure customer point of view, seems curious, but of course I don't have any of the information. A lot of Wizard of Oz questions from the.
Will the
Sphere.
Wizard of Oz be permanent? We don't know.
It seems
won't-
to be
no, it-
crushing it though. We have not been. You guys haven't. Been.
It'll be the Wizard of Oz show. It's at Sphere. Don't
Yeah.
call it the Sphere. They get mad. At the Sphere. Yeah, they're killing it, man. They're just everyone's
sold
just
a lot of tickets for that.
130
million tickets they've sold. So
Yeah, at an average price, a million tickets at an average price of 130, so 130 million, and then they get their parking, their food, their drinks,
$30 drinks.
their merch, their advertising.
It's a lot.
I mean, yeah, they're kicking ass. As long as they're making money like that, it will continue.
Do not drink at the Sphere. Get loaded before you go. That place will put you in the poorhouse.
I've heard 2 things about Wizard of Oz. Mostly, overwhelmingly, I hear it's fantastic. You're going to love it. It's fun. It's an experience. The thing that I've heard rarely is it's just a movie. We didn't know we were going to just see a movie. We thought there was going to be like
It's the movie.
Yeah.
But all right, so when the tornado comes,
right.
the seats start. It's a beer. The seats start shaking.
Yeah.
And there's wind blowing on you.
Right.
And there's like
visceral.
I haven't gone, but I've seen pictures of this. So
the apples are dropping too.
shit's happening.
Yeah.
Like
And some-
it's nuts.
Texas Donkey 34 said the apples are on eBay for a lot of money. That makes
No
me wanna,
way.
That makes me want
Really?
It's like Beanie Babies.
I had somebody come to me after the show, and they showed me. They go, "Look what I got," and it was an apple.
If you have an apple, sell it now. Because
Yeah.
in 3 months, they're not going to be worth anything.
It's just so expensive to go.
That's
What was it, $100
hilarious.
bucks?
130 average tickets, so you can probably get in for 99, something like that. How's our time?
You got about 5 minutes.
Oh wow, this
I
hour
finally-
goes by so fast.
I finally bought Eagles tickets.
Oh my
gotta-
gosh! Oh wait, let me guess.
When are the Eagles performing?
It had to be 600 at minimum
$450 for 2.
Yikes!
for 2.
Yeah.
450
I
each.
got artist pre-sale. I went in there and I'm not-
450 each.
No, for 2.
225.
2 1/4, 400 section, about
Wow.
third of the way up.
Dude, strong.
Strong value.
That's why we have this
I gotta
guy
go
on.
to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there's so many people coming up.
The Sphere's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I tell people to visit, if whatever you do, go see something at the Sphere. It's one of one for the moment. It's so cool. Anything you see there is going to be awesome. So, yeah.
I don't know how many users we have or subscribers, Andrew.
We should talk about this real quick, just because we're wrapping it up. We're just about to hit 20,000.
We still haven't hit 20.
Not yet.
God, we're so
we had
lame.
we had a
How long
slow.
ago we needed what? 54?
Yeah, we need 54 more people about an hour ago. So if anybody's watching that is not a current subscriber, we have 158 watching. If you guys could just hit the subscribe button, it'll help us get to that magical 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah, if you're the one who hits 20,000, we're going to send you a free strategy card for 9-6 poker.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
Just kidding.
Wow. Talk about value. Talk about value. Unbelievable.
Subscribe. It's free. Thanks, Chris.
Exactly. Chris and Rick.
Chris
There
and
you
Rick.
go.
Thanks, Chris and
A lot
Rick.
of
Sorry,
love from
Rick.
Chris and Rick.
Do we have any more beer left? We have 5 minutes, but I'm almost out of beer.
Anthony's got a big night tonight. Big night tonight with the Blackjack Hall of Fame.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, tonight's the.
He wouldn't even take me as his date. I asked. He said nope. That spot.
So tonight's the
that
Blackjack
spot
Hall
has
of Fame.
been filled.
Tonight you said is the. It's not the Hall of Fame dinner.
Hall
it's
of Fame
the,
dinner. Yeah, the blackjack balls tomorrow.
The balls tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I should be invited. I've lost a shitload playing blackjack.
Yeah. Well, most of the people in there haven't lost money.
Hey.
None of the people in there have lost any.
I forget what it used to be. You have to have made $1 million gambling, or at least 100,000 in one single year of gambling. I forget what it is to be able. And anybody who wants to go to it has to go through a
Vetting.
Yeah, right. A group that goes on a committee.
Yeah.
That says yes or no. So, my date that I'm going to take said, if you want to take George, I go, George is not invited. So it's okay.
The casinos invite me to their blackjack
He just wants
parties.
that good
How many people typically go? How many people are there?
I don't have the right parts.
Usually there's about 130,
Okay.
and I hear that this year there's like 180
Okay.
because there's like so many more players coming out through things like Blackjack Apprenticeship, Blackjack Advisors stole my name. But I mean, these are like training areas where people can go to learn to play and stuff like that. So more and more people are coming, and they're going through the process, and they're being allowed to, go to the thing.
I smell a lawsuit coming.
From you?
No,
Thank you for
Blackjack Advisor.
subscribing.
Yeah.
Should I keep playing Ultimate X? Well, yeah.
You go to the listen.
Like,
you go to the machine.
why wouldn't- why
look
wouldn't
for
you?
the hangers that people have left on the machine, and yes, you play.
Yeah, but also play for fun. You know what I was doing the other day? These guys don't agree with me, but you know what?
If you have unlimited funds.
It is a fun game. You know what? If you're gambling for fun,
I
it
don't
is a
have
fun game.
unlimited funds, but I'll tell you what I did the other day, and it was really fun. And this is not the way Anthony would tell you to play, but I went through Ultimate X, and I went through a whole bunch of them, and I was scrolling through all the, double, triple, jacks are better, bonus poker. I was going through all of them, and I'm looking for the multipliers, and I'm also kind of just playing a little bit. I find some multipliers, I knock them down, and then I kind of just play a little bit of my own, and I knock down some multipliers, and it's just fun,
It's kind of like being a little bit pregnant.
Yeah, I'm
like a little bit pregnant. No, you don't just play a little bit.
I wasn't just going for only knocking down the multipliers. Like sometimes you just go, you know what? Let me play a hand of double, see what happens. Maybe
That's why we love Andrew.
yeah, well, maybe I
That's
get
right.
something on the dealt, and then I
He's
knock
got
down
a-
the multipliers that I created.
Got
and
100
something
in a
happens.
dream. Let's go.
That's right.
Let's get a 10x royal.
Hold on, George. I got 200 in a dream.
200 in a dream. 500 in a dream.
I don't go to the casino with 100.
No,
I go with
of
200.
course not. You can't even leave your door. I don't even leave without 300, 400, 500 in my pocket.
Well, in
you feel
case-
naked. You go out without a 500 in your pocket. You feel naked out here.
I've said that before. It's like, especially from the old time, people who were here a long time ago before credit cards went wild, you could not go on the streets without $500 in your pocket because for two reasons. One, it feels funny. But
Yeah.
the other is you never know what you're going to run into. You might run into something that you need that money. You've got to get down on a play.
Yeah.
I mean, this
That's
goes.
the minimum 300.
This goes full circle back to what we were talking about earlier about the people who can make money gambling. It's like, how do you hate gambling when there are people who can make money honestly without cheating and make gobs of money? Right?
Here's the issue, right? From your perspective, the people that actually make money, the fraction of that is so small. I mean, gambling's been around since the beginning of time. It's never going anywhere. But that in the ether, right? The negative outweighs the positive. Of course, there's sharps that. What do you think the people make money gambling? 99.9% of people lose, maybe more. 1 in 1,000 wins. I mean, it's
maybe
wild.
maybe close to that.
Yeah.
But it's funny that 1 in 1,000 makes a gigantic amount. That if you were
Sure,
to take all that
of
money
course.
and put it back,
Of
it would drop that so much. A lot of these guys are good. I mean, they're good people. They started businesses. They hire lots of people. They're philanthropic. You know, I mean,
Get good at poker.
it's a tough one.
Get good at horses, but it's hard. It takes a lot of time. It takes a long time. I got it. Someone's had a good question. What's the best, DJ, again, what's the best players rewards program in your opinion?
I saw that question too. That's a good question.
Anthony doesn't play. So, you know what I would say is if you're coming, throw some money at Fontainebleau or Resorts maybe. They are really hurting. They'll send you free rooms.
I agree.
Caesars and MGS.
Rio
Caesars
too.
is
Rio
yeah.
too.
The off
Yeah.
non-mega corporations.
So
are probably best.
we're talking about two answers to this question. Which one is the best, and which one is the best to take advantage of? And what we've just talked about, places like Fontainebleau, Rio, maybe Resorts World, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, like it depends what do you want to do? Do you want to travel to Tahoe? Do you want to go to New Orleans? Then you got to get Diamond with Caesars, which is very easy to do on a 10x multiplier. I went down in March and just played video poker for hours, $5 a pull, and got Diamond in a few hours, like 6-7 hours.
So you're playing dollars, dollar denom?
Yeah, dollar denom just to get the Diamond card on a 10x multiplier, and that it cost me about $350. But I got it for 2 years. I got $200 celebration dinners, just free nights whenever people
that's
come
actually
to town.
like sounds pretty
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, so if you're gonna do the 10x multiplier at Caesars, go do that. Especially if you like to travel because they have the best coverage nationwide.
Anything left, Tanya? Last one.
LVA subscriber party.
Yes,
Get
I
us
wanna have a
deals.
subscriber party.
Yeah, I see a few things. They're saying
There's somebody living in the past. I mean, yeah, we did that. We did that. What? Geez, you weren't even here, Tanya. How long you been with Tanya? How long you been with us?
19 years.
19 years, and this is before you. So this might have been
Tanya was just a kid.
25 years ago or something. Yeah, back when you were like 10 years old.
We should give away one lucky subscriber gets to share a room with Anthony.
Just a female.
No, just one lucky subscriber.
What are you talking about?
Hopefully,
Tipping him out.
yeah. That's the party. That's the rat. We're gonna raffle it off.
All right, let's have one final toast. Yo.
Okay. Oh wow, we went over today.
I would like everybody to take
503.
notice of Andrew's full glass almost. But anyway,
Oh no! Is that a
I
challenge?
think we beat Andrew. I think we beat
Ahead
Andrew.
of you.
That's right. Anthony won today. Cheers.
All right.
Drink. Hooray for Andrew! Hooray at last! Hooray for Andrew, the horse's ass. Andrew's the meanest. He sucks the horse's penis.